for the resistance bands today, back to add extra intensity and calorie burn. You know, this morning my back is feeling a little tight, and I was looking at some stuff about the resting squat, about how it helps your back. And it's pretty interesting how it does seem like it actually just helps, just to rest, kind of down in a squatted position. Even just like this. You know, I was doing this for a minute, and it stretched out my whole back, it felt like. To where then, when I stood up, my back kind of felt normal again. So it's a pretty interesting thing to think about. Maybe we should spend more time in a resting squat, a little bit less time on the couch. All right, so I'm going to stretch. Make sure my camera angle is good. I'm going to stretch real quick and warm up, and then we'll get going on the back. All right, let's start with a slight hamstring stretch. Just briefly, you don't want to be static for too long at the beginning of a workout, because they can actually slow you down. You want to be more ballistic stretching. I like to do the stretches at least twice on each side. I feel like I get a better stretch the second time, regardless of what kind of stretch I'm doing, because you loosen yourself up a little bit on the first go around, so you get a little bit deeper the second time. Touch my toes. Not for too long, because I don't want to be static for too long. And get that blood moving, get it pumping. I'm hoping to have a high energy workout today. Yeah, something else I'm going to do. I'm going to take my watch off so I'll get all sweaty. I'll instead start my timer over here. I got a gym clock I ordered off Amazon here. Let's see here. Let me go to my timer. And start. There we go. Now you can see how long I'm going. Don't have to wear my watch anymore while I'm doing these. Alright. Alright, get my blood flowing now. Get to moving. A little bit of running in place. You can do some jumping jacks. Just get everything warmed up and the blood flowing. From fingers to toes. Everywhere. Now be ready to go. Have a good workout today. Gonna blast it. Jump rope, oh, no rope. See, we just jumped. Give myself a jump rope. Don't really know that I can use it inside because my ceilings are just regular height. Oh yeah, I'm starting to feel warm. I'm almost ready to hit the bag. I think I'm about ready. I'm gonna put my gloves on. And on a bag like this, you don't actually have to wear gloves, you know, on one of these Wave Master bags. They're softer than a big heavy bag. But I still like to wear gloves. It feels right, it feels good. And also, sometimes on my hooks, even though I'm trying to just hit dead on and plant in, sometimes it does scrape a little bit, and when it scrapes, sometimes it'll scratch my other knuckles. The tops, the ones I'm not actually hitting with, sometimes get scraped. So, for those reasons, I like wearing the gloves anyway. Alright, I'm going to start without the resistance bands, and then here in a little bit, I'm going to get some bands to put on my hands and my feet to add intensity to this. Alright. start off easy. Start off getting used to throwing your strikes. See, light on our feet. Legs loosened up some here. The legs aren't quite all the way loose yet. Hoping to keep those loosened up and opened up all the way. So we can throw tons of kicks today. Especially when I put those bands on. I want to put a lot of kicks with those bands. This the one I'm going to have the bands on. It's going to really help develop the muscles for speed and power. So right now I just want to loosen it up. Loosen it up, get ready to go. Focusing on high kicks right now. So I get my legs fully loose. I'm not going for power yet, it's going for height. Let me make sure I have this camera at the right angle and my bag doesn't slide out of the screen. I think I have it right. See that? Tap the body. Tap the body. Hey, hook! Hook to the chin. Hook to the chin. So a fake. But with any kind of fake, kind of things coming so that they open up to the target. I think I'm ready to put on the resistance bands and ump up the intensity a little bit. Alright, so this will add some intensity to the punches and kicks. Tell you what, we'll do it this way. There's two different ways to wear the bands that attach to your feet. One way is from foot to foot, which gives you the most resistance. The other way is all from the belt. And it doesn't give it as much resistance as foot to foot, but it makes it where you can move around with your footwork better without worrying about tripping over the band. So I think I'll do both versions today. I'll start with the one where they're all on the belt. That way I can still move around like normal, even, or mostly normal, even with the resistance on. All right, 1 foot strap, another foot strap. There we go. You gotta get foot straps on first. There we go. You feel a lot of pressure using these bands because you feel it pulling that belt the whole time. So, and that's another thing about if you do it foot to foot, you don't have that pressure where it pulls in the belt. Well, with a foot to belt, you feel pressure on it. But, like I said, you can actually move around like normal when you have it this way. But when it's foot to foot, you might step on the band. So, still in camera. Nice and easy. Get used to these bends. We're not even 10 minutes into the workout yet. You need to look at this angle again. I want to make sure that the bag's not going out of camera. I don't think it is. It's good to work on your footwork. Step, round step, kick, step, round step, kick, okay? Step, round step, kick. And if you're going that way, leave with your foot as towards that side. If you're going that way, leave with your foot as closest to that side. Never cross your feet, okay? Don't do that. Slide over, slide over. All right, this is what we're gonna do here. Sliding over, been doing a round step. Then I'm throwing my kick, and I'm going the other way. Slide over, round step, then I throw my kick. All right? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 2, round kick. Do this a bunch of times. A lot of times I think it's good just to go and do whatever you want. I think it's also good to include a lot of, I'm going to do this one combo over and over again, so because you'll start improving with it. Then you can switch something different. A little bit. Even though it's going to slide right back in. Try to get that kick height a little higher. There we go. These bands add a lot of extra intensity. You're going fast strikes, you got resistance behind it. and you're still trying to go fast, yeah, it's pretty good. All right, I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna add an extra kick on the other side. So I'm gonna throw 1, 2, 3, 2, kick, kick. My footwork on that kick. After my first kick, whenever I get down, I'm gonna go already step in position for my left kick to be ready to be thrown. So when I step down after that first kick, let me step over here. So I'm already set up for the left kick. So it's 1, 2, 3, 2, kick, step over, kick. All right. I'm gonna do this one a bunch of times now. If you're at home and you're trying to come up with your own bag workout, and you're just out there throwing random techniques to the bag, and then you leave yourself stumped, or you don't feel like you're improving on something, then instead of just randomly hitting the bag, come up with one set of combo strikes and repeat it over and over again at least 10 times. And then come up with another one and repeat. I'll add in a lead leg side kick. And sometimes all it is, that extra strikes, the combo you're already doing. Sometimes I'll do that until I have 10 or 12 strike combos. Everything still on camera? Yeah. You notice sometimes I'm doing a kick and I'm practicing throwing that side kick up with my foot down. But most of the time, my foot's going down first. I'm going to immediately back up. At least for me, I get more power out of it if I tap my foot first, as opposed to holding it up. But it's still fun to practice with it held up. And every now and then, if you're sparring and stuff, you might need to throw it before you tap it, because maybe if they get back up at all, maybe they're rushing you, and you're throwing it out there just to jam them up so they don't get in your face with a barrage of punches. Catch my breath for a second, I'm gonna get right back on this bag. If anybody here is new, hit that subscribe button. We got lots more where this came from. Don't forget to check out the follow along workouts on the videos, okay? On the video section. The lives are kind of just me doing my thing, you know? Whew. And talking to you guys. Okay, what do I want to do next? Let's see. You know what? I'm going to do squat ground kick, squat side kick. I'm going to do my squat kick series, all right? Strengthens the legs up real good. So I'm going to do it from a fighting stance instead of from a regular squat position. I'm going to do it from a stance where I'm aimed, ready to kick the bag. I'm just going to squat down, kick. I'll do this again a little bit with where I change where the resistance bands are. All right, go deeper in that squat, Chris. One more on this side. Other side. fighting stance. That's how I like to do it. Alright, gonna switch you back to punches. I'm gonna throw 1s and 2s in the bag. Anybody new, hit subscribe. I sound like a broken record, but I gotta say it if I want you to click that button. Alright, 1s and 2s. Whew, catch my breath. I'll start off slow, then I'll speed it up. I'll start off slow, catch my breath. And then I'll start to speed it up. Alright, now 1, 2, stop, 1, 2, stop, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1. Trying to be light on my feet. They say you're supposed to be up on your toes, you know? That's what they say. A lot of times I'm not. So, trying to be up on my toes a little bit. Another difficult one, this common basic thing, but even the pros have to work on this when they're, at least when they're in the fight, they have a bad habit of throwing their punch and going, ugh. You know, even the pros do it. You watch the highlight reels. And so you kind of have to force yourself to have your hand up, have it come back where it's supposed to. I'll say the fact that even the pros end up going like this is evidence that everybody needs to work on it. Everybody. Because if it was something your body didn't naturally try to get you to do, then the pros wouldn't still be doing it after all the training they've done and all the fights they've had. I'm doing 4 punches and a round kick now. How's everybody doing out there? How are you? Wrestling. What's going on, wrestling? Oh, I'm throwing a round kick this time, though. This is a round kick. That's a round kick. See, you got front kick or push kick, depending on how you throw it. Front kick at the snap, right? Maybe aim to the chin. It can be straight out with the snap. Push kick, the knee comes into the chest and pushes out, and you're hitting with either the heel or the ball of the foot and pushing. The snap front kick is always the ball of foot, boom. Then your round kick is up to the side like that, right? And then of course, your side kick, up, out, back, down. And some of you guys like the back kick, which is like side kick only toes down. So a mule kick, a donkey kick. So anyway, that's a round kick. A little more mid-level so I can hit it harder. It's not bad getting off camera. It's getting close. Getting close to be off camera. What's that? Alright, I'm going to adjust these bands. You guys were here earlier, I told you to wear the foot bands in 2 different ways. I'm going to switch it in a way which has more resistance than the way I'm doing it now. Right now, I have the bands for the foot coming up to the belt. That allows me to move around normal footwork. What I'm about to do makes it where my footwork isn't going to be normal anymore, but the resistance on my kick is going to be harder. So I got to redo this. So, 1 second here. Gotta unstrap first. So I'm going to strap the foot straps from foot to foot. That's going to add in some extra resistance on my kicks. But you just have to be careful if you do it that way, not to step on it. You'll step on it and trip over it. I've done that before. All right, not to mention, I'm going to be doubling up on the resistance as well, because both bands are going to be resisting both feet. So that's yeah, it's going to be a lot of extra resistance compared to what I was just doing for the kicks. All right, so restrap that. I'm dripping sweat. I tell you what, coming in here and hitting the bag and trying to go high intensity, man, it's a great workout. I've only been in here 23 minutes and I'm dripping sweat. You know, and adding the bands to it, that helps a lot too, because man, if you have resistance on what you're doing something that's highly cardiovascular and explosive, but you're doing it with the resistance, yeah, it really ups the game. So, all right, so now, give me more resistance when I try to throw these kicks. But because of the footwork, I can't do as much jumping around. And if I do any steps, I go wide with it and make sure I don't step on the bands. Sometimes when I'm wearing the bands like this, I'll just stand in front of the bag, pick up the kick. Other foot. My favorite kick is the side kick. You wouldn't know if I'm watching this because I feel more round kicks than anything. My favorite kick, side kick. I just felt like for me, the side kick was always the most effective kick in sparring. To help me control the distance. Do the other foot in front. Roll this bag back out. Here's another exercise when you have these bands on to improve your kicking speed and power. Just work the muscles that lift your kick, right? Go out to the side. Hold on to something like a bag or a wall. Go out to the side. I'm going to do 10 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can even hold it out there. 8, 9, 10. Holding out there is hard. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, you can really feel that burning. It does really, really well. If you're new, hit subscribe. There's a lot more where this came from. You need to check out the follow-on workouts in the video section when you're done watching here today. Okay, so why don't I do a squat kick again? Now that I have the resistance all, a lot extra on my feet than I did earlier when I did it. Let me do a squat round kick again. Two more on this side. But y'all, it helps make sure you're breathing right, getting the air out, and has intensity through your diaphragm by itself. Adds a little bit of intensity to your strike. Doesn't get your whole body going more. I don't know how it does. seem more intense than without the yoga, didn't it? You know, I think what's possible, but part of the reason why you're able to hit harder when you yell, I think it's not just because of making you breathe correctly and exhale right when you're supposed to. I think also that intense yell from your diaphragm, it overcomes something in your brain that says, I'm tired. No, it overcomes that. It says, go on everything you got. I feel like it tricks your brain into making your body, or helping your body to do that. So adding a yell on your strike, it's a good idea. Maybe not for all your strikes, but throw it in there some. Whew. All right, let's see, what should I do now? 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2. No, I just hit it randomly. Ooh, but you get sloppy when you hit random. It's better to come up with a combo. I gotta remember the way I'm wearing these bands so I don't step on them. Everybody doing all right? How's it going, everybody? Ooh, squat side kicks. I haven't done that one yet. I gotta do that. I was doing my squat kicks earlier. Gotta do squat side kicks. What am I thinking? Can't leave those out. My favorite kicks, right? I'm gonna start with my left side forward, so my back's facing me, I guess. You guys see what I'm doing pretty well. Okay. Well, I guess I can step forward. I should do a wide step. Like y'all can see me. Tighten that foot up. Yeah, make sure your foot is tight when you throw that kick too. Just like the wall a little bit. You don't want to beat up the wall too bad today. What was that, 6? I think so. Let me do one more about 7. Let me get close. Alright, other side, other foot in front. I'll do the step first. It's more of a scoot with this step because of these bands on my feet, because I'll step on the bands and trip. So you gotta do a wide, make sure I don't step on the bands. Pull away. I'm gonna do stationary squat side kick. Make sure I'm in the right distance. I think that's 5. Guys, if you're interested in these bands, I found these on Amazon. There's a bunch of different brands. Just search for it. Whew. This is tiresome. Only 31 minutes in, according to my gym clock anyway, with the bands. I'm dripping sweat, as if I've been in here for an hour, I swear. The bands greatly increase the intensity. Oh. Now, I can do a lunge push kick. That's a good one. Lunge, push kick. Don't skip leg day. You notice I'm not trying to knock my bag over or nothing. Just trying to get this exercise through, because you can easily knock your back over with a push kick because you're pushing. So that's not really what I'm trying to do here. Other foot, launch, kick. Go down all the way, Chris. Let's go. 4, 5. I like to do 10 each leg. 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 10. All right, I want to work my arms some. So let me switch and do some just punching combos. See somebody new there? Hey, how you doing? Hit subscribe. So I'll just throw a few 1s and 2s. And then I'll start doing some other stuff now. 1s and 2s, go! Just to work my arms a little bit. We're doing a lot of the legs, we're doing a lot of kicks. Make sure I get some explosive work with my arms too. And just like when I was young with the kicks, making these noises with the punches, same thing, to try to add extra intensity to my strikes. It sounds angry. I'm not angry. Actually, I'm in a great mood. Make sure your fists are closed tightly when you're punching hard. Some of you might want to wear hand wraps to protect your wrists and stuff. If you guys want, I'll do a video on how to wrap your hands. I don't usually wrap my hands, but I used to, and sometimes I still do if I'm using a harder bag, like a big, heavy hanging bag. Sometimes I'll still wrap my hands on those. I need to catch my breath just because I stopped talking. It's hard to keep your levels up to here and then speak to the camera at the same time. Okay, there's some more punching. This thing's all switching up on me. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 2, 5, 2. That's what I want to try now. Do it slow a couple times until I know I got it. 1, 2, 3, 2, 5, 2. 1, 2, 3, 2, 5, 2. My struggle with these combos is making sure my hand is right back here every time. You'll see it when I get going. I'll probably have a few of them like this. No good. It should be like this. So, well, like I said earlier, even the pros mess up and do it when they're in their fights. You look at the highlights. But if I'm thinking about it, it'll be easier to get my hand back up. Use this bag back in the range. It's kind of leaving. See somebody else join the chat. Jab, hook, jab. Yeah. All right, why not? For me, that's 3 different moves. Well, unless they do the other hook. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Yeah, it feels good. Thanks, buddy. Yeah. Can always use some new ideas when I'm trying to think what combo do I want to throw, huh? Yeah, prop that there. Now, what was I doing before? I was doing jab, cross, hook, cross, 5, cross. 1, 2, 3, 2, 5, 2. Woo! All right, let me take these bands off. They really increase my workout. by a lot. I'll hit it a few times without the bands before I call it quits. Oh. Okay, got those off of me. One more round with the bag, eh? Hey, that's right, buddy. I was just talking about that. Hilarious. Woo! No newbie though, unless you're talking about boxing. What the hands are, it's kind of a bad habit you get from Taekwondo. So it's one of those you gotta work on and fix. They do silly things, like when you first go learn, when they first teach you punches in Taekwondo or karate, what do? They do something like this. For some strange reason, bad habit you have to overcome. Your punches are up here, guarding your head, not like this, like a dope. Even though, like I said a couple times before, you go watch the pros, you clearly have to force yourself to do it even when you're a pro. You watch the highlights from the pros, and a lot of times their knockout shots, they look like this. Ah! When they should be guarded, you know, every now and then. I think we get forced. Keep that hand up. Anyway. Back wrist is sloppy. I've had a great workout this 40 minutes. I'm gonna start bringing it down some. Hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't already, if you're new. Both, actually. I do have a real gym I go to. I go up there and I do their fitness kickboxing. It's taught my boy Thai guys. So I try to use that to tweak what I originally learned in Taekwondo a little bit to make it better. Because Taekwondo teaches you some bad habits where they don't have your hands up where they're supposed to. It's one of those things that I've been trying to fix for a while. I'm looking to get back into sparring. I miss sparring. It's been a while since I got to spar. That's always my favorite thing to do. I'd always try to find whoever's best in the whole gym. I was like, I want to spar him. I feel like if I go spar somebody that's way better than me, I feel like it makes me better every time. So that's what I always like to do when I spar. I wasn't going to shy away from the good fighters. I went straight to them because I wanted to get better. And I feel like how are you going to get better if you want to spar people that are the same or less than you? You got to try to spar on the top. But I'll tell you what, since we're talking about sparring, don't forget about footwork, right? You know, some people they just stand in front of each other and throw strikes, and you need to use your footwork some. Move to the side. So he might be coming forward at you aggressively. You can just step out of the way, round step, and now you're kicking him in the back of the head. I used to do it all the time. And even the same with just the round step by itself. Slide over, pop. Works wonders. Another good thing, you learn to slip, which slipping is still fairly new for me. It's one of those things they didn't teach in Taekwondo for some reason. So I started teaching myself to slip. And then, yeah, they do slipping at the kickboxing place I go to, but we're just hitting the bag. It's not the same when you're dodging somebody. And so trying to teach myself how to get better at slipping so you can slip and counter it easier. You know, then your roll, of course. But I love the footwork where you just get out of their way. So they're coming toward you, boom, bang. So very often you end up behind them, kicking them in the back of the head and do that footwork. So, all right, you can pull these gloves off. Hey, you guys make sure you subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to grow. And like I was saying during the live workout yesterday, one good thing about small channels like this is you see I'm able to respond to almost all you guys. It's not as easy to find that from a big channel, so maybe about time to wash these gloves. I've been working out almost every day this week. Actually, I think I have worked out every day this week. I think this is day 4 in a row of doing a live workout. You know, sometimes I'll come in here and I'll film a follow-along fitness kickboxing workout video, but these lives are more fun. So I've been doing a lot more lives lately. So, whew, I'm trying to cool it down. So I was debating picking up the dumbbells here at the end, doing a few dumbbell exercises, but I think I'll save that for another day. Sometimes I actually just go to the regular gym as well and lift weights, but past couple months I haven't really done much there because I started making this YouTube channel and I started focusing more on the bag work. So I'm gonna have to really work to find time to make sure I'm actually hitting the gym as well. Because I want to lift weights as well, you know. You start lifting weights while you're young too, because when you look at people that get older and their bones start to deteriorate, the only thing that protects and strengthens your bones is weightlifting. I mean, really, for the most part. So you want to add weightlifting to your routine and do it forever, you know. Do a little stretch here. Let me stretch my hamstrings out a little bit. But yeah, I'm looking into getting back into sparring, switching out what I'm doing at the gym. Because right now I'm just doing their fitness kickboxing classes. But they have all sorts of stuff there. They have Muay Thai there. They have Jiu-Jitsu there. I've done Jiu-Jitsu with them a little bit before. They do straight up MMA. I mean, Rampage Jackson used to train with those guys before he was a pro at the place that I go to. There's other places around here that are really good as well. It doesn't even have to be that same place. I'm going to do child's pose here. Get a good stretch. Cobra. I always like to do the Cobra right after the child's pose. It just feels good on my back to go in both directions. All right. Yeah, you know, well, you know, you're probably right about wrestling. Those wrestlers are some tough guys, especially because they all do it for sport and they all do it for competition. You don't hear somebody casually wrestling, you know, not typically. So, like, they're all doing it to compete, and they're usually all rough and tough guys. You know, wrestling squat. You know, this wrestling squat, I mentioned this in the very beginning of this live. A wrestling squat like this can help make your back feel better and relax. There's countries all over the world that don't have furniture and do this all the time, don't have good health care, and they have no back pain. You try doing this when your back's tight, and you'll feel it decompress and stretch your back. It's also funny that I'm doing that right after what this guy said in the chat. It's hilarious. So, hit subscribe, everybody. Oh yeah, Khabib. Yeah, Khabib's really good. So, but yeah, guys, hit the subscribe button. I'm about to get off of here. I've had a great workout today. If you guys have any ideas for kind of videos you want me to make, you can go to any of my content and type it in there. Hey, can you make a video doing da-da-da-da-da? You know? So, we're getting real close to 500 subscribers. We're not there yet. So, I need 500 and 3,000 watch hours to open up memberships and super chats and stuff, which that'll be kind of cool, you know? So, I'm hoping to eventually get this channel big enough to one day get a little bit of side income from it, you know? So, maybe one day we'll get, get to that 1,000 and turn on ads, who knows? I don't know, anyway, hit subscribe, folks. I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna go eat. It's perfect time to go eat. Thank you, appreciate it, buddy. Have a good one, y'all.